Enough of those. Take me home, Cheez-Its. Hello, boys, men, and sirs. Welcome back to Austin Avenue. Hopefully you can see it. We are a little bit closer than we usually are, and that will all make sense very, very soon. Very soon. Today, we are going to be walking through how to look your age, how to look older, and how to look younger. Why, Austin, why the heck would we do that? Because as boys, men, and sirs, we are allowed to express our masculinity, our manhood in different ways. We can do that by wearing different types of clothes, like jeans or suits, or a button-down, or a elf costume. We can do that by wearing different glasses. I have a few different pairs of glasses that I like to wear. We can do that by shaving or not shaving, or changing our hair, or cutting off all our hair. These are all ways that we express our masculinity. We express our manhood and a little bit parts of who we are. There's nothing wrong with that, just different ways of expression, and expression is freeing. Thought I was about to sneeze? Let's just be glad and thankful that I haven't burped yet. Bottom line, expression can be freeing. It helps us, you know, feel comfortable and unique in our bodies. The bodies that we are part of us, that they're part of who we are. And so, anyway, that's why we're doing that today. If you want to look your age, which I would suggest most of the time, looking your age, realizing that you look in the mirror. I've got a mirror right here in front of me, that's why we're doing that. There's freedom in being able to look your age and feel that, you know, hey, hi, Austin, you're 24 years old and you look like a 24-year-old. Jeez. Learning to love your age and love how you look in that age is important. So to look my age, which is, as I said, 24 years old, I kind of look at those around me who are my age and, you know, take some cues from there, take some cues of how I like to express fashion and, you know, my personal interests. And then I also have kind of like my go-to brand. I don't know if anyone thinks about themselves as much as I do, but my go-to brand is these black glasses and my hair usually like this. And this is kind of like my run-of-the-mill, just Austin is being just plain old average Joe Austin today. Now, if you want to look older, we have a few different ways of going about this. My first step for looking older is to dress older. More mature, more thoughtfully. Dressing communicates something about us. And so the first step in wanting to look a little bit older is to dress a little bit older. I've switched out my t-shirt and flannel for a more dressier shirt. This is a button-down. Just ran up the stairs. Wow. And then the second thing I do as it comes to wanting to express my manhood in a little bit more of a mature, older, I want people to think I'm more mature, a little bit older, a little bit more, you know, wise, is I also switch out my glasses for this pair. Yes, very suave. In case anyone was wondering, all my glasses are prescription. Very blind without my glasses. I do like having different pairs of glasses so I can do things like this. The third thing that I do to make people think I'm a little bit older, the way that I want to kind of express myself that day, is a little bit controversial. And the reason it is because it involves a certain amount of enhancing this stuff. Facial hair. I hope you didn't about to say my manhood. It's not that kind of video. Now, this obviously does not have to be something that you include, but it is something that I include because I want to have a much darker, potent 5 o'clock shadow. Now, what you're seeing now is my natural kind of stubble, and that's why we started with this, because it was my natural look. But if I'm trying to look a little older, a little bit more dramatic in the sense of my bolder, masculine, just punchiness, and so just like changing my shirt changes a message that's being told about me, and changing my glasses changes a little bit the messages that are being told about me, I'm going to enhance my facial hair so that that also communicates a little bit of a different message about me, a message that I'm a little bit more virile, a little bit more, you know, down the road in masculine maturity. This is a very, very quick and simple and not fancy at all, because who has time to be fancy? Well, a lot of people. But not me, especially if I'm trying to be quick. I really don't have time to spend hours and hours in front of the mirror. I use 3 things. And for those of you who are already starting to get heart palpitations, hang on to your heart. I have an e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, which is not a pencil at all. It's a little twisty. I have another Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. These are both eyebrow pencils. They have brushes on one side, and I really janked this one up, so I'm not even surprised if it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. And then also the same mattifying, well, they call it a primer, I just call it a mattifier, that we've seen, I think, in other videos when I go through how to make your face look a little bit more matted and a little less shiny as you go out in the world and attempt not to be a mirror face. The first thing to do is give the eyebrow pencil something to kind of stick to a little bit, get the skin ready, and eliminate those oils. And I'm gonna put it everywhere where I'm gonna make my facial hair more pop. I don't have time nor the patience for any kind of brushes or sponges or whatever all that crap is. Nothing, not hating on it, just saying not my cup of tea at this point in my life. So something to point out, this is a black, this is a brown, very dark brown. You wanna go with colors that match what's the hair that's growing from your head and your eyebrows. You can go a little bit darker because a lot of people's beards are darker than the hair that's on their head. My hair is very dark brown, and so I have a black eyebrow pencil, or it's pretty much close to black, and then also a brown one. What I do first is I go over it with the black eyebrow pencil, and this looks almost comical right now, but have no fear, it will soon not look as comical. Oh crap. It's important to note that I only put the eyebrow pencil on places where I already have stubble growing. Also, this is a day or two's worth of stubble. Don't do this with your just really clean shaven face. It's gonna look very fake, which is not what we're going for today. Also, do not apply it where you just don't have anything. So up here, I don't have any hair growing from my cheek there. So I'm only putting it where I already have hair growing. Now I'm just gonna take my fingers, or my finger that I already used, I still have the primer residue on it, and I just blend it in. Now that we have done that, I go back over with the brown eyebrow pencil, and if you can see, this one has a little bit of a sharper edge to it, and I go ahead and actually it takes a second, but I do add a little bit of very small slashes that you'll see what I mean in a second, as a way to make it look like there's more hair there. And I'll show you what I mean when we go in right now. Finally, to add just the last touch of making that look semi-normal, is just to go over with this brush that comes with the eyebrow pencil. And now I would argue that I look quite a bit older than my mere 24 years. I think anyone could guess that I was a just sprightly, energy-filled, mid-20s, late 20s, maybe even early 30s. So there you go. So finally, how to look younger. This is the youngest looking Austin we really can achieve, and this is the youngest looking you can achieve if you follow these steps. I've washed the product out of my hair and it's sitting now down just flat. There's a couple reasons why this makes you look younger. Young people often do not use a lot of product in their hair. I'm talking about young people that just don't care, or they haven't discovered product yet, or they're not trying to look professional and polished. They just don't use a lot of product in their hair. And so, bing! Also, another tip is that if you start having wrinkles happening on your forehead, having your hair down covers those up. As you can see, I do have wrinkles on my forehead when I do that number, but having your hair in front of those covers that up. Moving down, I've switched out my glasses completely into contacts. Glasses help communicate a message of, hey, I'm smart because I need glasses or whatever. and it just tends to be viewed that way right now in our culture. Moving down, we've washed the eyebrow pencil off my face, and we've also shaved my face completely with not a straight razor, but just a regular razor. There's now no stubble, I'm just clean shaven. Again, communicates a message of young, because young people, young guys, young boys have clean shaven faces. Moving down, again, I have a bright colored t-shirt on. T-shirts are very casual, they're not professional. Professionalism tends to be associated with older people, and young people tend to wear bright colors. So if you would like to look younger and project an image of youngness, wear a bright colored t-shirt. You could probably go even lighter than this, and you could probably do something like a graphic tee. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you took some things, whether you're trying to be taken more seriously and want to look older for some reason, whether you're trying to look younger because you want to be taken less seriously, or whatever. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Comment, talk to me about what you thought in the comment section below. Share with your friends, yada yada yada, all the things that YouTubers tend to say. And I will see you next time here on Austin Avenue. Before I say stay studly, I encourage us as guys to have fun with how we express our manhood and our masculinity to the world. But I don't endorse or suggest that we, reject or kind of hide our masculinity or want to our manhood and discredit it or be embarrassed of it. So I hope that was not the message that was received. Anyway, now I've talked your ear off. Stay studly, my friends.